grown and sexy, but clean sometimes. That's what's up. We didn't say it was a family show, so there's that. Wait, are we with that? Well, this or that? Are we?
I don't know. We all over the place.
Had to come out of retirement. These knees they was snap, cracking, and popping, like a Rice Krispie. But we made it do what it do. But I did take a couple ibuprofens afterwards, though. All right. What's good, y'all? It's your homie Big T.
And I'm Shay Renee.
And I'm Miss Amy, Mud Talk's favorite white girl.
Yes, and you are listening to the only podcast that brings you the latest in music, news, and fashion straight from the 419, and the only show that keeps our ears to the streets.
While you grind in the 419.
Yes. It is Friday. We are back with another edition of Mud Talk.
It's FYF Friday.
Yes, and we have a very packed show today. We have two guests on the show today. First, we have Councilwoman Vanice Williams on the show. Yeah, she is here in the building, y'all. I told y'all we bring the heavy hitters here, so that, when we got a councilwoman on the show.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, we appreciate you for coming.
Yes.
And then we also have our Mud Artist of the Week, R&B artist, Mr. VicTery is in the building. He's going to be here in just a second to chop it up with us. But y'all know, before we do anything, I got to get y'all tapped in and plugged into the news. All right, y'all ready?
Yeah.
All right, so first things first is news coming out of Fostoria. So people in Fostoria can now possess up to 200 grams of marijuana and not face any fine, jail time, or have it put on their criminal record. Sound like I need to move to Fostoria. One Fostoria council member has been working towards this for years. Council member Logsdon, I hope I said that right, sorry, also said the laws in Fostoria have been used to target people of color more often. Fostoria residents say the new laws let police focus on other, more violent offenders. So, yeah, I think that's pretty dope. I always felt like, when it comes to laws around marijuana, they definitely target people of color. And it's dope to see people in power who are working to overcome those barriers. And, let people smoke weed. It's just weed. It's just weed.
And we're so close to Michigan, which is weed legal.
Yes.
It's right there.
And people go to Michigan all the time and buy weed. So why go to Michigan when you can just do it here?
Especially when it's used for medicinal purposes.
Yes, I don't care if it's not medicinal purpose. You've had a long day today. Just go home, smoke your blunt, and that is okay. I don't know. Maybe that's just me, but shout out to the people in Fostoria and shout out to Fostoria council members. So that's what's up.
I wonder what their real estate look like.
I don't know. Let's go find out.
Listen.
All right. In other news, the Toledo Lucas County Police Athletic League is getting a $1.1 million multi-purpose athletic field at 1111 East Manhattan Boulevard. The city of Toledo announced this on Thursday. Once the field is complete, PAL will offer baseball, soccer, and flag football. PAL says they will use athletic programs as opportunities to mentor local youth, and the more they can offer, the more people they believe they can reach. So shout out to the police department and the athletic league for doing something positive.
And the council.
Right.
City council.
Oh, and
the council.
Yes, and city council.
Mm-hmm. City council got them that money.
See, that's why we got you here.
I know that's right.
I know that's right. All right, and our last piece of news here out of Toledo, artists of any skill will be able to explore all kinds of art with the grand opening of Make 419 on Saturday, which is a new maker space in downtown Toledo. Owner Charlotte Laney described the makerspace as an open studio where anyone can come in and use a wide variety of art equipment to explore their creative ideas. The new business will be located inside the Secor building on Jefferson Avenue in downtown Toledo, where members can work with pottery wheels, light boxes, jewelry, knitting materials, and many more crafting equipment. They offer day passes, monthly memberships, and yearly memberships. In addition to the studio time, they also offer classes and workshops for all ages. So, if you have some little artists in the making, go down there and take them to Make 419. All right. And that was my plugged in news. All right. So, like I said here, we have a very special guest in the building. We have Miss Vanice Williams in the building. How are you feeling today?
I feel good. Other than the sinus drainage.
Yeah, listen, the weather is throwing everybody off today. I know I walked outside today and I was like, I thought this was fall, but it feels more like winter. So I don't know what was going on.
The sun was beaming and it was super hot for a little bit.
Yeah, it was. So, and
let's go back and talk about this news.
Yeah, it's a lot of news.
Yeah, the Pals field is gonna be amazing.
Okay.
Now, how that came about was in 2000. How I got on board with this in 2009. 19, I worked for LISC, Local Initiative Support Corporation, and it's a nonprofit, and it's a CDFI, Community Development Financial Institute. So I was in charge of running this grant called the Replay Grant with ESPN and LISC, and PAL was like, we want to build this big old sports complex where not only baseball, soccer, will be played. They will even be able to play lacrosse, but it's bringing it to the north end, which is in one of the best districts in the city, District 4. Well, the best district, which is where I do it. But they just didn't have the revenue, and then 2020 happened, and it shut everything down.
Okay.
And so COVID shut everything down, all their engagement, all them trying to get the money, and then Dr. Adams, who was the previous councilwoman that was on council, she actually led the initiative to try to get them roughly about 500,000. And I'm like, Dr. Adams ain't enough. Ain't enough money. She was like, yes, it is. It's a start. I'm like, well, no. You can't start somebody off. That's setting them up for failure if they can't get the rest.
Right.
So we did some things and worked together, and we found them some funding, and they got it. They got 1.4. So
that's a lot of money.
I was glad to. Before I even was on council, I was in a position to see where it was going. And if anybody know the history of PAL, PAL has been historically effective in the neighborhood.
Absolutely.
When connecting police with community. They had an officer, Ron Wilcox, and I tout him all the time. He used to come to Smith Park, which is where I grew up at, and take black boys and tell them, "Come on, we about to go box." And he was not letting them say no. Like, he knew the gangbangers. Like, come on, everybody that was banging, come on. And he started something off, that kind of curtailed me into my role in boxing now. So, yeah, kudos to PAL. I'm glad that they got it, and I'm glad our council was able, and the city of Toledo was able to help them out with it.
That's what's up. Now, when is that construction or whatnot supposed to take place?
It's starting now.
Okay.
Now, we're hopeful that it'll be finished in April, May. So, I mean, depending on weather, you know how that's going to go.
Yeah.
But hopeful it'll start. Now, everybody was like, well, you got Julie Brown down here, and you got Wilson Park right here, but this is PAL.
Right.
I mean, and in the black community, we need all we can get. So it's not enough.
Right.
We got plenty more to do. We have plenty more stuff we need to put in the black communities. And that's what it is. And especially North End. North End has been redhead stepchild with the city.
Yes. For as long as I've known it and grown up, the North End has always been, like you said, the redheaded stepchild. They've always been the side of town that lacks resources and places for kids to go and everything. So that's really dope that they're putting that together.
Is it like an indoor-outdoor facility?
It's actually outdoor. I mean, PAL has a building, and they play basketball and do little activities there, but this is going to be strictly outdoor activity. It's going to be so dope. I mean, the renderings that are done are amazing, but I think it's going to be dope when they get done with it.
That's
Sounds dope.
All right. Well, we're going to tap back in with you in just a few minutes, but Miss Shay, you got your Shay with the shits today, right?
Yes, I do. I actually have a great conversation for you guys.
Oh, boy.
So today's topic is entitlement.
Ooh.
So.
All right now.
So if y'all didn't know, if y'all didn't already know, now you do. Your girl's single and mingling. So earlier I had a conversation with this guy I recently met who felt like if somebody wanted them to start buying weed from them, that they should give them a free sample up front. No, I'm not condoning selling weed or buying illegal drugs. That's not what I'm saying.
Let's put that disclaimer out there.
Yes, definitely. He tried to make his point in saying that this is how things were done where he was from. So my question to him was, when you go to a store, do they give you beer and cigarettes on consignment up front? And of course, he said no. So I explained to him that if that guy was to do that with 10 people, he wouldn't have any product left or money to take home to feed his family or whatever, he needed to do. And so what would be his purpose? So my question is, why as Black people do we feel, and I don't mean everyone, but I do mean some people feel so entitled?
Is that really entitlement or just wanting to hook up?
That's what I said. I felt like it was you just looking for a freebie, and then it's just like...
I think historically, Black people just always felt like we needed to stick together, and like we stick together. And I do believe sometimes, like, your friend's supposed to be your biggest supporter.
Right.
They supposed to be where a lot of your dollars coming from. Like, my daycare center, all family go there.
Them be the main ones though who want things for free or at a discount, and it just like I don't know, people like that just bother me because as a hairstylist, I just look at those type of people like, oh, well, you supposed to be doing my hair for free. Why?
No.
Well, it's like the meme I just saw today. It just said, if you have friends in a business, don't ever ask them for a discount or anything for free. Like, you should be their supporter and giving them full.
Right.
See, when you seem to struggle,
Yeah.
now, everybody has struggles in their business. Because I know I did. But when you, I just feel like we as a whole really need to start supporting each other, period.
Definitely.
And
Right.
like,
Absolutely.
you don't need it. Like, my hairstylist, how much is it? To this day, my nail tech, she ain't sent me my invoice. And I come back and see her, I'm like, you need to send me your invoice. Send me your invoice.
And
because-
tip. Oh my
Right,
God, what
yes.
is wrong with like people do not tip these days at all. Even when going to like a restaurant, those people are working hard. Like
For,
And they
for
get
very
paid
little.
$2.13.
yeah,
Or is it
they
four?
get
What
it's
is
like
it,
four
now?
something. They get basically half or less than half of minimum wage. So those people got to eat. They got families to feed.
I saw a lot of, I wouldn't necessarily entitlement, but, you know, wanting to hook up when I was working at Spotlight at the bar, and people were like, oh, Ty, like, get me in for free. I'm like, dude, like, that's taking money away from us. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes when I do get you in for free, you come to the bar and get all these drinks, and you still don't tip. So now I kind of feel double play, and it makes me not even want to do it the next time. So, yeah, us as black people. It's very, and that's why a lot of them stopped coming because I was like, yeah, no, you on the block list, don't come here. But I do feel like she said, we do need to stick together more. If you know your friend, especially if they're starting a business like from the ground up, like I wouldn't even be asking them for a discount. I actually would be asking like, what do you need? How can I support you? So yeah, but that question, like, why would he even think that?
Especially with weed. The hustle is real. Like,
Yes.
like if people don't understand the hustle it takes, first of all, I'm risking my life.
Absolutely.
I could go to jail for this. And you want to hook up, I need to be getting ready to pay my lawyer just in case.
Right.
And if I'm risking my life, I need hazard pay. So go ahead and
you
give me
go.
some
And
hazard
And
pay.
that's money out of the person's pocket that they're spending on their weed.
And okay, so he from Detroit, and so I
Yes, he's
instantly
grown his
thought, say that again.
Is he growing his own?
No. So he's from Detroit, but he moved here. So that's illegal. We don't condone that either.
Oh yes, no, not in Ohio.
No,
Maybe
not
in
in Ohio.
Astoria. I don't know. How
Yes,
that
move to
works.
Fostoria.
So
sir.
he moved here, and I was instantly confused because Detroit has so many dispensaries, and it's like you don't walk in a dispensary like, let me get a dime bag for free until I come back. Let me sample it out. No, you're gonna go in there, spend money on what you want, and I just feel like I said, that's why he felt entitled to. Oh well, back home they did it this way. Well, you not back home.
And we always think everybody, we all cousins though. So we all family. I know when I opened my child care center, I was broke when I finally opened it. And, you know, I was cutting deals everywhere. And all the other center people were like, no, don't do that. I said, but I'm just starting out and I know these people really need child care. But probably I opened in July and January, I was walking because my car got repoed. Whole councilwoman walking down the street because my car got repoed. But I didn't care because I was living my dream. But then nobody knew that aspect of it. So when I got my 5 stars a year and a half in, ain't no more deals.
Right.
Like
Yep.
I'm solidified now. Like I proved myself that I have definitely did what I needed to do to make sure that your child is in a quality place that's recognized by the state. So, but yeah, it's rough because I was cutting everybody deals and they was okay with it. And nobody knew I was walking. They probably do now. Right? Nobody knew I was walking, but I was walking to take care of their kids at a discounted rate.
And what they say is today's price is not yesterday's price.
I know
Okay?
that's right. And I can see if you were already a customer and then I look out for you or this, or if, you know, I do it because I want to do it. But you, a new customer, how I know you're not going to run off of my product and I'm never going to see you again?
Right.
I want to know where in Detroit they're sampling all this weed. That's what I want to know.
They have weed samples?
They have weed samples?
No.
It's not Saturday.
Is it like Sam's? Yeah, we say it's like Sam's. Just go around and try.
It's not Saturday at Sam's.
Because if that's the case,
Is
I'm
it
going to
tasting
all the
weed?
gas stations.
What?
I'll be back.
Wow. Well, all right then.
Shay.
All right. That was some good shit.
All
Shay.
right. So in closing, we have to do better as a community to work. So, oh, I'm sorry, y'all. So in closing, we have to do better as a community to support Black businesses, support those who support you. Who knows, in the future, you might get those items on consignment or at a discount or even for free if you're loyal. It's all about that loyalty, though.
Yes. All right. Well, I hope the dude in Detroit is listening. It's all about loyalty.
I don't care if he is. The negative energy was a turnoff for me. He always complaining about something.
And trying to get the free weed sample.
Listen.
Right.
I want to go to a wine tasting and you want to go to a weed sample.
It's giving broke
What?
vibes to me.
Right. Exactly.
All right. Well, thank you, Shay. With Shay with the shits. Make sure y'all not out there trying to get no free weed. All right.
And if he feels some type of way, fuck your feelings.
Oh, there you go.
What's today?
Fuck your
Okay.
feelings. All right, so Miss Vanice, we got to talk about this council business. So, how did you even get into being into city council?
So back in July or June, it was July. Some unfortunate things happened to some Black council members, Black and brown council members, and they asked for people to submit their resumes, and I was like, oh man. So I be praying. Sometimes my stuff don't get up there because I cuss, but but I have prayed and I talked to my family. Like, I'm gonna put my resume in, and anybody know me, I'm super honest about my family, so I really had to go to them first because they was like, I got your business, my business. So
Right.
I had to go to them first. So I put my resume in, and I got a pretty good resume, but it doesn't have anything that addresses politics or things like that. So I'm like, they ain't gonna call me. So in September, this was July, in September, I got a phone call from Judge Puffenberger. And he said he wanted to talk to me and schedule an interview with me to talk about my resume. And I was like, oh, hey, mine, it is real. Like, they called. And so talked again to my family, had the interview with Judge Puffenberg, and it was an interesting conversation because we didn't talk about politics at all. He talked about my background in education. And he said his wife was a teacher, and he thinks the best people in the world are teachers. And I said, oh, but I taught at a dropout recovery. That's a whole different beast.
Right.
And he was like, well, explain it to me. So I talked to him about that. And then that was on a Wednesday. Thursday night, September 17th, Council President Cherry called me and was like, hello, Councilwoman Williams. I'm like, what? He said, hello, I'm Council President Cherry. I would love to welcome you on board the City Council for District 4. I was like, and I got the whole hood? Like, what?
That's what's
I said,
up.
are you serious? Like, how did this happen? Now, the week prior, broke up with my boyfriend, cut my hair off, and was planning on living my best life. And then the council happened. I was like, oh, man, it's deep. So after that, that was September 18, 2020. So it's been 2 years, and as I got on it, I just never imagined, like, because I'm I am a politician, but I am not a good politician because I don't have a lot of bullshit to give. So when I got on, I was like, oh man, how am I bullshit these people? And as I got to it, everybody welcomed me with open arms. And it just worked out that way. I really had to have that conversation with my family because if any of y'all know my story, like, I didn't come from the good side of the track. Like, I grew up at Smith Park, grew up in the Junction neighborhood. I lived in the Moody Manor. I lived on the North End with my daughter. So it wasn't like I was, like, the ideal person to be in here. But I have worked hard on my life. I hold a master's degree. I hold several certificates and licenses. So I'm ideal on paper, but when you look back how I grew up, it's like, oh, wait, why we let this girl on here?
So were you afraid of any skeletons coming out?
No, because I'm an open book.
Okay.
Like, listen, I'll give you all my skeletons. So it's not like I'm not scared of anybody coming forward with anything because I'll own up to it. I'll tell you what it is. Like, everybody, look, you could ask me something and I'll be like, well, I ain't gonna tell you today. I'll tell you later. But I'll tell you. Like, I don't have any problems with it because if you look at my direct family, My direct family is my sisters and my brother and my mom and my dad. Well, my mom, we always talk, and I talk about her because I'm proud of her. She's 10 years clean off a 23 year stint of drug abuse. Then my brother, he was OG gang member, dope boy, 3-time felon, boyfriends, felons. My sisters both had teen pregnancies, so my daddy, a felon. So, I mean, I'm an open book when it comes to that. Now, will I let anybody come for my family? Oh, no. We might have to get in the street about it.
Right.
But I'm an open book about it.
Right.
Like, you're not going to attack my family because who we are. Mm-hmm. And this is not untypical. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's a double negative. But this is almost a typical black family. Like, I can count on my hands how many black men that come around me that don't have a felony. Hence, the weed. Why is weed still illegal in Toledo?
Right.
We do need to, maybe that's something I need to do.
Yeah, I said get on that.
Just because the prison system was set up years ago to send black men to prison. But I can, like I said, I can count on my hand how many black men that are in my inner circle that don't have felonies. Mm-hmm. But I can give you double, triple how many do. And I'm not going to cut them out of my life because I'm on city council. No, they can help advocate for how they got out of it or how they trying to still get out of it. So, yeah, I ain't scared of no skeletons come out. Bring them.
That's what's up.
Okay.
Now, you came in, like you said, after there were 2 city council members that had to be dismissed from... four that had to be dismissed. Do you feel like, was there any pressure that you felt like because of those things that happened with those 4?
Oh, hell yeah. I'm always looking. Look, so there was an initiative this weekend, as a matter of fact, where it was called Blaze, where the police were doing their operation in the neighborhood with my child care center, and I live by my child care center. They be pulling people over my child care center. I'm like, man, I'm the councilwoman. Y'all can't use my parking lot. That ain't a good look. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, the police in Councilwoman Williams' parking lot. Oh, man, get on my parking lot. But, yeah, it is a level of pressure because not only because of what happened to them, but what work that they were trying to do on council. Like, I know Ms. Yvonne from the work that she was trying to do, and, you know, she was really advocating for our neighborhood. Mm-hmm. She was really advocating for District 4 for the deconcentration of poverty, because District 4 is the poorest district in the city of Toledo. But just trying to do that and argue for that, that's the pressure that I have. And the pressure to carry the whole hood on your shoulders.
Right.
That's the pressure. That's the pressure I get to make sure that I represent my hood right, and also let people know, like, you got to understand, just because of where we come from doesn't mean that we can't sit down and listen. I can go in any room and have a conversation. Mm-hmm. And I want people to understand that.
That's what's up. All right, Ms. Did you have a question for her?
And I'm having a hot flash.
So we were talking about this earlier. We were having a hot flash together. I just, as a council, so from what I see, and I work with kids, and I do a lot of mental health, and there, obviously we could turn on the news any day, and there's a lot of gun violence, there's murders happening. What does council think, like, what's their ideas on how to address that?
So for me, the biggest thing for me, and what I've said time and time again, I don't address gun violence. I don't address gun violence. You can have the news call me after somebody got murdered. I'm not talking to you about it. And there's no comment from District 4 Councilmember Vanice Williams when somebody's shot and killed. Because I don't politicize people's pain. And I'm not saying any other council member is, but I don't. I've lived it. I've seen a man killed in front of me. I've had guns put to my head. My brother has been shot several times. I lived it. So I'm not going to talk about it. But what I will do is work. So the initiative to create the youth services and the youth programming in the summer and through the school year, that's something that I was behind. Also cleaning up the neighborhoods, because if you look, I pulled all the departments together just last week, and I said, okay, here's the homicide map for 2020 to 2022. Where is it? And it's a map with all of the city in here, all the homicides, and they use purple little dead people, right? I could pull it up. They use purple people as the dead people on there. It's like little people on there. Most of those maps most of those dead people, purple dead people, are in District 4. What's District 4 is all of the North End, most of the North End. Matter of fact, all of the North End. Downtown, Junction neighborhood, Boomer now. What's wrong with those neighborhoods? I have 684 houses up for demo. That's more than 2 other districts alone. 684 houses that need to be demoed. I have grass growing, blight in all the neighborhoods. So when we talk about gun violence is just a symptom. It's just a symptom of a bigger picture. Poverty, disenfranchisement, poor investment in the neighborhoods, and that's what I work on. So I don't know how to address gun violence, but I do know how to address, can we clean up this neighborhood? Can we tear down these houses? Because at the end of the day, people are if somebody wants to kill somebody, they're going to do it.
Right.
We just had a young man plead to four shootings. 2 of them ended in murder. And he did it because he wanted to. And he was out on bond. And he's knucking butts. So when we think about gun violence, we have to look at the neighborhood and because how many shootings happen at Old Orchard? It ain't that, it's probably one that happened at Old Orchard.
Right.
But how many happened in Boomer or in Junction? 10, 15 over the last 2 years. So that's what I'm working on. I can't speak for all the council. I know that it's a lot of work being done. There's a gun violence initiative that the mayor had took on with the interrupters. And they took gun violence interrupters out. They just call them interrupters now because you cannot stop gun violence.
Right.
But what you can do is try to. I took some of the department heads and I drove them around and I said I would feel comfortable shooting somebody right here. And they were like, what? I was like, somebody got shot right here. Look right there. There's a vacant house right there that the grass is overgrown. Somebody felt comfortable shooting someone here. Let's make it uncomfortable for somebody to want to shoot somebody. So that's how I address gun violence. And I don't want to, like I said, I don't want to talk for any other council members, but that's for me because I know white people got shot in my neighborhood.
Right.
So what plan of action would you take to correct that?
What?
As far as like
what I just did. I met with I took the department heads around and I said, look, I will feel comfortable. Then I'm working with the land bank. Those 84 houses are coming down. We are doing some pilot programs that are like a deep clean. And the land bank is on board to try to help us with some funding for that. Also, alleys getting cleaned out. Once those houses get torn down, now what we're going to do there. So those are what we're doing. That's the initiative that I'm doing. Sitting down with the people that actually are doing the work to get it done.
Right.
And that's the thing. Like, people work in their offices, but when you go out and you talk to the people that actually live in these neighborhoods, it's life-changing. So, and that's what we're doing. So that's the Department of Forestry, that's Urban Beautification, that's Public Services. These are all departments in the city. That's Code Enforcement, that's Department of Transportation, that's all of those. Now, did you hear me say social services? You can't social service gun violence away.
Right.
You have to make people uncomfortable with killing people in certain areas. Because why are they more comfortable killing them in District 4, in District 5?
Right. That's what's up. Yeah, and that's a great question. It's good to hear that work is being done, and we got that thanks to you. Now, do you plan on running up for re-election?
I do.
Okay.
And I'll tell you why. In 2023, the seat is up, and then I'll run for my seat. So in 2023, I had to do a lot of soul searching because usually I got appointed to my seat. During the election, if you have other people coming, they try to, bring up skeletons, which, like I said, bring it on. And I was concerned about that at first, but then I said, I have so much work going on right now. I want to see it through. Now, will I run after that? Probably not. Just because I'm so involved with my center and making that great for the kids. Because I used to be a high school principal of a dropout recovery, and I needed to start over because working at a dropout recovery, I had a 20-year-old that had a first grade reading level, and you know where it happened at.
Right.
You had parents that couldn't advocate for their kids, So now I help with that advocacy. So I'm really focused on that. So I do want to run for my seat for 2024. That's when I would be elected for 2024 to 2028. So I would do that. I definitely want to see some things finish out.
Absolutely. All right.
And I think whatever skeletons you said that aren't out there, that makes you relatable.
I don't even care.
It just makes you relatable.
Y'all can come if you want to, but if you can't whip my ass in the street, then don't bring it up.
Oh,
Which
period.
makes you very relatable, and I think that's.
If you can't whip my ass in the street, because that's probably where I'm going to tell you to go. If you bring anything up about my mama, my brother, my sister, my cousin, my baby daddy, all that.
That's what's up. All right. Well, we got a comment. We got Lexi Sims says Village Academy supports Vanice and would like to donate $100 towards campaign funds. Okay, you look at that.
I'm gonna send you my ActBlue account.
I love that.
That's what's up.
That's what's up. Now,
thank you, Lexi.
yes, shout out to
love you,
Lexi.
baby.
We love you. Now we can't let you leave here yet because Miss Shay has a game here called This or That.
Okay, let's go.
This is where
I told
they
y'all,
put you in the
can
hot
ask me
seat.
anything, but I don't know if I'm gonna answer.
Okay, so before we get into the questions, I do have a question. Are you married, single, dating?
So I have a situationship.
Okay.
All right.
I love that term. I guess like that was
I love
a
it
great
too.
term.
Like it just gets you
It
out
just
of
covers
somewhere.
everything.
Yeah.
Like it's a situationship. It's fine.
It's situationship.
Right.
That's the common relationship these days. Right now.
Because we grown and we can leave anytime we want.
Okay. Okay. So vacation or staycation?
Vacation. I love to travel. I haven't been able to travel like I wanted to, but I love to travel. I love to go to New Orleans.
Ooh,
New
okay.
Orleans.
Okay.
Ooh, I love to eat.
Yes.
Where's your dream vacation?
I really would like to go to Paris.
Ooh.
My girls went to Paris one year, and I couldn't go with them, but I would really like to go to Paris.
Okay. Okay. Passenger or driver?
Oh, passenger. Oh, passenger. When my daughter got her license, I was like, here.
True love or a rich guy?
At this point, money don't mean that much to me. I'll take true love.
Wait, does that mean you can't find true love with rich guys?
You can.
But, I mean, if he was a bum and broke, I'd probably still like him.
Yeah.
I done did that before.
Okay. Watch a movie or watch the sunset?
I watch the sunset.
Okay. I like it. Okay. Light or dark liquor?
Oh, light. Honey, dark liquor days is over, honey. Them was my Fredell days, dark liquor.
Oh Lord Jesus.
I had a bar stool.
Campaign to be on. Only the light this time around.
All right. So last question. Foreplay or dive right in?
I take some foreplay, please.
Okay.
It's like getting in your car and you don't even let it warm up.
Like,
You just roll off.
I turn the heater seat on right away.
We talk a lot about foreplay.
But that's the closest foreplay I done got in a while.
All right.
That was it for
All
me.
right.
So thank you.
So that wasn't too bad.
I wasn't going to take it too hard on you. So.
That's what's up. All right. Well, we can't let you leave yet because we got one more thing. It's called Tips with T. This is where I give you 5 things on what you should or should not do. Okay. And you said that you were running up for re-election, so I got to give you some tips, right? Okay. So
Well, these don't pertain to her,
Not necessarily. But anybody that is even thinking about running for office.
They might.
So here we go. Tip number 1, okay? And this is 5 things on what to do before you plan on running for office, all right? So tip number 1, please take down your OnlyFans, okay?
Damn.
We don't need you out here twerking for votes, okay?
Or at least cover your face. I mean,
least-
just don't let them know it's you.
Paper bag it.
If you're going to do that, wear a mask, cover yourself up,
Just
okay?
feet pics. You'll be all right.
Damn, now let's go fund my campaign.
But we do not need you out here twerking for votes, okay? So don't do that. All right, tip number 2, please take care of your baby mama or baby daddy drama,
He
okay?
cool. He gonna put a sign in this thing.
Yes.
We don't need nobody's baby mama or baby daddy running up on stage in the middle of a press conference while you're trying to address the nation.
He will. He'll be like, that's my baby mama.
All right, tip number 3, if you owe somebody money, please pay them folks before you run for office.
Oh man, the IRS gonna kill me.
They gonna get you.
Student loans.
You can't be out here asking for campaign dollars. You owe people money.
Right.
So don't do that. Okay. Tip number 4: if you have a side piece or you are the side piece, please end it now. Okay? We don't need no Monica Lewinsky's pulling up while you're in office. Okay? None of that.
But if you call it a situationship, it covers it. You're fine.
There you go. You're fine.
You're good.
There you go.
Covers everything.
And the last one. If you have not claimed all your kids, please do so right now. Okay?
Lord.
We don't want them babies.
No.
I got one and a few bonuses.
We don't need you becoming the next city council member and your illegitimate child's like, that's my daddy, that's my mama, okay? Mm-hmm. So now you got a whole different scandal and you just got into office, okay? So that was my tips with T, and that's 5 things on what to do before running for office.
I'll make sure I do all of them.
There you go. All right. Well, Councilwoman Vanice Williams, we appreciate you for coming through the show. Please make sure, get out, support the community. They are doing so much dope stuff on city council right now, especially Miss Vanice Williams here. So make sure you get out, support those babies, okay? And again, shout out to city council for doing a lot of dope stuff, getting out the initiative over there, you know, at the park and all of that stuff. So very proud of you guys. All right, so we're going to go ahead and go to a quick video. We're going to go ahead to Tracy the Reverend Haynes video called Butterflies. And when we come back, we got our Mud Artist of the Week, which is Mr. VicTery. So make sure to keep it locked right here on Mud Talk.
13K up in the week, my nigga Mo, he got the proof.
How do I describe it? Like the fluttering of wings behind a rib cage, or breathing against a hurricane's wind, aware of this moment with you, afraid of the unknown with you, and still wanting your presence as if it's my first ever gift, holding on to the smiles you give, hoping you will smile with me and live, not just in my heart or in between skip beats or thoughts or dreams that vanish in the day, but in my life.
God broke the mold when he made you. You're a rare breed, if I say so myself. As simple as a gentle breeze, but as mighty as the Red Sea. Oh, you're a blessing. It's your essence. The fact that I'm crushing is so adolescent. Oh, how I crave you, such an obsession. My stomach ties in the night when you're present. How you make me feel, words can't describe. My heart just melts when I look in your eye. I'm cool when you're not here, but when you arrive, I get butterflies, butterflies, butterflies. How you make me feel, words can't describe. My heart just melts when I look in your eyes. I'm cool when you're not here, but when you arrive, I get butterflies, butterflies, butterflies. Oh, wish I can touch you, baby, when I see you, baby. Yeah. I'm a nervous wreck when I'm with you. When I'm with you, I get butterflies, can't describe. My heart just melts when I look in your eyes. I'm cool when you're not here, but when you arrive, I get butterflies, butterflies, butterflies. How you make me feel, words can't describe. My heart just melts when I look in your eyes. I'm cool when you're not here, but when you arrive, I get butterflies, butterflies, butterflies.
What's good, y'all? We are here back on Mud Talk. That was Tracy the Reverend Haynes with his video Butterflies. He will actually be on the show sometime next month because we're going to have our Sweetest Day month's episode because October is all about Sweetest Day. So he's going to be stopping by the show in October. So that's what's up.
Right. All right. Like Big T said, we have a special guest in the building, Mr. VicTery. All right. VicTery is an R&B artist born and raised here in Toledo who is hoping to inspire people with this gift to soothe the soul and ease the mind. He's here to talk about his new album, A Rock in Weary Land. So, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, like she said, I'm born and raised here in Toledo. I went to Scott and Libby High School. And, grew up in the inner city. So, I was definitely was around all the bad stuff growing up. So, and music is something that really took me out of having to be around all the craziness growing up. So, definitely a blessing.
So, what inspired you to start doing music?
Well, my mother, she did music. She sung for years, traveled the world doing it, and unfortunately, she passed away when I was young. And I got 3 other brothers, and my dad ended up raising me and my brothers by himself, and he got us really deep into the music, and got keyboard lessons and stuff like that. So I guess the gift that she had really transpired in us, and it just seemed inevitable.
That's what's up. Now, your album is called A Rock in a Weary Land. Why did you title your album A Rock in a Weary Land?
I titled that because I have so many different stories within my album. There is really no set standard of how I base my album. It's so many different stories. So many different things I'm touching in my album, and it's usually what everybody going through. Mm-hmm. So, it's about being strong in this desolate world because, everybody going through something right now.
Absolutely.
It's been COVID. We went through COVID and record high murders here in this city. Mm-hmm. And, in order for you to continue to have that sound mind, you got to be a rock in this weary land.
Absolutely. Now, you are an R&B artist. Are you looking to journey into any other genres, or is this kind of like you kind of want to get a feel for and see where you want to go?
Oh, yeah, I'm an R&B artist, but gospel is always my first love.
Okay.
Grew up in it, born and bred in it. I still do it actively. I sing in a gospel quartet group called the Glass City Disciples.
Okay.
So that's my first love, R&B is just my voice. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So, yes, I would do any type. I do pop. I do rock. I'll do any of that.
Do you rap?
I mean, if you want me to, hey, I'll bust 1, 2 out real quick.
So who are some of your biggest inspirations as an artist?
Y'all probably gonna be shocked about this. So my biggest inspirations now that I listen to now is all women. Her, Jasmine Sullivan, and Ari Lennox. They the top dogs out right now.
Absolutely.
And they the ones who I feel like is taking the game to a whole nother level. They're the ones who I feel like they set the bar high.
Right. So now there's been a debate going on online that R&B is dead. Do you feel like R&B is dead?
Okay, so you just played right Tracy video, right? Tracy had a R&B thing not too long ago. Did y'all see that?
Yeah, we actually was down there.
Yeah, we covered
down there.
Wow. That's enough. Do I need to say anything else?
Absolutely not.
R&B is nowhere near dead.
That's what's up. Now, you said you grew up in the church and you're still actively in church. Have you ever, or do you feel the pressure because you are doing gospel music and secular music that people are going to feel a way that you're kind of like dibbling, dabbling back and forth between the two?
I mean, if anything, it may be a conflict within myself. Honestly, I have not heard the pressure from anybody, outside, but maybe the conflict within myself. Anything, but like I said, right now I'm in the midst of just want to be able to speak my voice.
Right.
So that's just my main focus right now is speak my voice. And if anybody got a problem, they can come holler at me. You know what I'm saying? So
it's been a lot of pulling up today on the show. We got he talking about pull up and he's talking about pull up. Man, listen, we just keeping it running.
Straightforward. I love it.
That's what's up.
So the internal struggle that you described, so just speaking your voice kind of covers everything, just kind of helps you feel better?
It helps me feel wonderful because I always been I I would say passive person. You know, I'm not no confrontational person. So if something is bothering me, nobody would never know. You know what I'm saying? And this album definitely let me speak my voice. Y'all, you know what's wrong with me now. You know what I've been going through. Listen to this album.
So these are your skeletons.
Yes.
Yeah.
So as an artist, it's safe to say that music is therapeutic for you.
Very therapeutic.
Okay.
For me.
That's what I love about music. I mean, that's like we've talked. I do mental health, and that's one of the first things I say: write your song, write your rap, whatever it is. It's easier to speak for a lot of people through music.
Right. Now, when does your album drop?
My album actually dropped 2 days ago.
Oh, well, congratulations.
Yes.
Mud Talk
Hey,
exclusive.
can we get that DJ Clue Bomb one time? We need that DJ Clue Bomb.
Yeah,
That's what's up. Hey, there we go. Mud Talk certified.
So tonight I'm having my album release party. That's why I see me on Spiffy. You know, as soon as I leave here, I'm going to a party. They want to celebrate the album release. So
where is it at?
I was like,
we didn't get it.
Wait, you said the word party. We love the party.
We live right now, 529 Door Street. Y'all need to show up. It's the Premier Lounge. That's where I'm having my album release party.
Okay.
They there right now, turning up. As soon as I leave here, I'm going to go. We're going to have fun. We're going to celebrate. We're going to drink. We're going to kick it. We're going to do all that. So y'all need to come out there and celebrate with us.
Well, you heard it here first.
Hey, make sure y'all pull up, y'all. I mean, we pulling up on everything else. Might as well pull up to the party.
Okay.
Absolutely.
That's what's up. Now, before we let you go, can you tell us what is one of your favorite tracks off your album? No pressure.
My favorite track is the first one. It's actually called A Rock in the Weird Land.
Oh, okay.
And I'm going to tell you why, because that's my autobiography.
Oh, okay.
It comes on where it talks about who I am as a person, you know, and what I went through and where I'm at now, how I got there.
Okay. All right. Where can they purchase the album at?
So, my album, A Rock in the Weird Land, you can download it anywhere on all platforms. It don't matter where you listen to music. It's everywhere. You can download it. You can go on my social media. My name is The Vocalist VicTery on Facebook, Vic the Vocalist on Instagram, and you can go on the links on any one of them and find the links and download it. So
that's what's up. Make sure y'all go and cop that album. It came out 2 days ago. It's called A Rock in a Weary Land. Make sure y'all pull up to the party that's tonight, and make sure y'all go ahead and download the album, man, because what it sounds like it's dope. It sounds like we need to go ahead and download that
That's
too.
gonna be my tomorrow morning, Saturday listening. I always do R&B.
Absolutely.
Saturday, so
I'm right
listen
there
to your
with
whole
you.
album.
Yes, put that on the
Right
self-care
after
playlist.
meditation.
And then I'll hit you up on one of those platforms and I'll let you know what I think.
All right.
Definitely
And you make
hard
sure when you get the video, make sure you bring it here. Okay.
absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
All right. That's
We
what's
got to
sure.
be in the video. What you mean?
Hey, yeah.
I've always wanted to be music.
We got to start it
What
off
can I
in the
do?
studio, you know, at the
Okay,
beginning of the
that'll
video,
work.
and then
Yeah.
it pop into you, and you know. Listen, I'm sorry.
Can I lay
That's
on a
my
car?
creative.
Can I lay on a car? That's all I want to do. Just sit here and lay on a car. Do you have one of those songs?
Yeah, I
Okay,
do.
good.
That sounds like you want to be the video girl.
No, I
got a
like how you
spot,
said
I got a
girl, not
spot.
hoe. I heard
Yes.
that.
No. That's
I don't want to be.
no.
I want someone like lay nicely, not hoe like.
Yeah, we don't support any whole shit here on Mud
Right.
Talk.
On this episode.
On this particular episode, we don't. No whole shit here. Well, we appreciate you, Mr. VicTery, for coming through. Make sure y'all download his album. Make sure y'all pull up to the party. And of course, when he drops his video, it's going to be here. And of course, it's always Mud Talk certified. So,
What's all?
hey, that's what's up. Now, before we do anything else, we have one of our favorite segments. It's called Ask the White Girl. And Ask the White Girl is where our favorite white girl, Miss Amy, she answers any question that you have about white people, okay? And we actually have a few questions for you that some people wrote to us, okay?
So before we do this, my disclaimer is I don't speak for all. Like this is not representative of me.
It's not.
It's just my experience in white people things.
Yes.
And so just throwing that out there. Don't
All
come
right.
at me.
So
Don't
we
be
have-
fighting me in parking lots. I don't fight. I'm
Please
clever.
don't. We don't condone violence here. So, are you ready for these questions? All right. Hey, white girl, are you sure you're actually a white girl? Because you seem like you're something else.
I get this actually a lot. I don't know what it is. And honestly, every time I'm out, people say that. I was actually asking questions when I was out last weekend. I probably got this question 4 times. I actually am a 100% certified white girl. I am not Latina. I get that a lot. Are you Latina? I don't know if that's just because I get sassy when I drink. Maybe that's it. I don't know.
You're sassy without it.
That's true. That's true. That's true. No, so I am. I am not Latina. I am not anything else. I am a white girl from Europe. Some people are like, so where do you get the looks? I mean, I did the little like DNA test. I actually found out that my background is Armenian.
So you're like a Kim
and, like,
Kardashian.
Middle East, yeah, like Middle Eastern. So I didn't know that. I had no
So
idea.
you do have a little bit of hoe in you then.
Oh,
I mean, yes, back in the day, and there's no hoe now. I am a well-behaved human.
Yes.
But maybe back in the day.
Good.
I'm old now.
Too old to be hoeing.
Right. So I'm going to be a video girl, not a video hoe.
There you go. It's levels. All right. Question number 2. Hey, white girl, why do y'all let pets lick y'all in the mouth?
Okay, this is disgusting. So this is not a me thing. I have a dog. I would never let my dog lick me anywhere near my mouth. But I think white people let their animals lick them because they just, there is something about pets and white people that it's like their other child. Not that you let your children lick you, because that's weird too, but I think they just, I don't know, it's like a thing, like they feel like it makes their pets love them. And I mean, I actually had somebody in my life try to give somebody else parenting advice based on how they parented their dog. So that's how serious this whole pet child love thing is.
That's deep.
So white people take their pets very seriously.
Very seriously. And to the point where I guess they can lick them in the mouth. I will throw up if my dog comes anywhere near my mouth. That's disgusting.
Yeah,
I don't even let my dog jump on me. You can't, no.
Yeah, no. White people, stop letting y'all pets lick y'all in the mouth. That's nasty.
If that's you. And if you're not doing it, like, just don't do it, because then it becomes this thing where people don't know.
Okay.
All right, question number 3.
There you go.
Hey, white girl, why do y'all keep y'all kids on the leash?
Listen, also, I swear though, I should have with my daughter because she's wild. But no, I don't do that, so I don't know. But I really honestly don't know the answer to this. I've seen it. Maybe they're just really afraid they're going to lose their kids.
Have you ever put your daughter on a leash?
No, I said I should have though. I wish I would have had the little leash thing, backpack retractable situation. She wouldn't have worn it though. She's wild. She would have been like, "Get that off me."
So they let their dogs lick them in the mouth and put their kids on a leash.
Right.
That's backwards.
So
who's really the pet?
I don't know, but here's the thing.
in the family?
I don't know. I think these are just very isolated incidents. I mean, the pet thing I get, but the isolated incidents of leashing, I haven't seen a lot lately. Like, when's the last time you saw a kid on a leash?
I don't know. Maybe it just happened
All
recently
the
because
time.
asking.
In the mall.
In the mall? Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I think that at one point somebody came out with these really cute, like, backpack leashes. And they're like, oh, that's cute. I'm going to make that.
Yeah, it was like a dog, and then speaking of
So
dogs,
if a kid goes too far, do they just get snapped back?
I don't know.
Like, how does that
Like
work?
the retractable.
Yes.
Nope, you're good. I mean, I will say this. I do think that, and I don't. This obviously could be anybody, but like there are certain things that do help kids that tend to run away with like special needs, and that we're not talking about that.
Right.
These are just kids that like my daughter.
Regular
who's
ass
wild.
white kids.
I'll tell you what though, I probably should have. I'm gonna get her one now. She's 12. You think she'd wear it?
no,
No.
no chance in
She's
hell.
like, not doing that, Mom.
She probably put it on you.
That I would actually agree with for sure.
She got to know where you are at all times.
All right, next question. Hey, white girl, do you think a white parent can successfully raise black kids?
So this one's kind of tricky because I mean I don't know exactly what they're talking about, because if it's a white parent that had a kid with a black, if it's a biracial situation, that's not really like a black. It's a different beast. Like you're not raising a kid that's only black or only white. Like that comes with a whole other set of issues. So I'm not really sure if that's what they're referring to.
Okay.
Because that's different parenting, I think, than what would happen if it's like a white parent raising a black child in like a foster parent situation or adoptive parent situation or a step parent situation. I do think that a white parent could successfully raise a black child, but I think it would take a whole lot of work and understanding on the white parent's
Absolutely.
part. Because they would have to understand that there is absolutely no way that you could ever, as a white parent, provide everything that a black child would need, and you'd have to put some very strategic people in the life of that child.
Right.
So making sure that there's a mentor that is black, probably same gendered, to be able to support that, whether it's a family member, whether it's a mentor in the community, also allowing that child to experience things that are relative to their culture that they may not understand, and also understanding just the differences. And we talked about this in the last show, just those implicit biases that you could simply have. So I do think they can successfully raise black kids if they have the appropriate support system around them that doesn't just include other white people.
Right. I actually had a friend.
Oh God.
So I actually had a friend, their child, they no longer live here now, they live in Buffalo. So shout out to them if they're watching. But they lived here in Perrysburg and they adopted a black child. And a situation happened at Perrysburg, basically a racial situation. And they did not know like how to handle it and whatnot. And they asked me to be the kid's black uncle. And I was just like, we're not going to do that, but I will educate you on how you should handle this. And, and they were just like, well, what can we do? And I said, you know what, honestly, learning more about Black culture and learning to, what is okay and what is not okay. But I'm not going to be your child's Black uncle.
Would you have mentored the child though? Like, would you have been that person?
Most definitely.
Okay.
Yeah, I definitely would have mentored them. But as far as like giving me the title of Black uncle, no, we're not doing that. Okay,
Right.
you don't just get to go around and pick random Black people to be your kids' uncles.
So in white people,
and
white
aunties.
people speak. I feel like what happened there was they were actually asking you to mentor. It just came out in a very wrong way.
Yes, to be their Black uncle.
Black uncle.
So,
yeah.
Here you go.
And then I think our councilwoman actually asked a question before she stepped out.
She
right?
did. Oh Lord Jesus.
So hey, white girl, why do y'all always want to touch Black people here?
Well, like I always said, I don't touch anybody ever without any permission. I think this goes back to that curiosity thing, and it's not okay. Look, we're gonna go back to last. It's not okay. Don't touch people without their permission. I think it's just It's not like I don't have a lot of knowledge about it, so I don't understand. On the flip side of that, I can honestly say that when I have worked with a lot of Black children, they want to touch my hair too. So I do think it's a curiosity thing where it's like, that's different from mine. It's not okay. Like, don't touch people without their permission. But I think that probably is where it comes from. I don't touch people's hair without their permission. But
yeah, don't do that. That's
I'm
rude.
still living in my COVID bubble. Give me 6 feet.
Right. Like,
don't touch me. Don't come near me.
Yes,
And
social
when you sit in the
distance.
back seat, wear a mask. Cover your mouth.
I do think part of that too is part of that educating yourself on the history of hair and how important that knowledge is to the Black community. And I think there's not a lot of education when it comes to that for the white community.
Absolutely.
And that needs to happen a little bit more.
Yeah, right now.
And maybe on the other hand too, because it's when I do have students like, can I touch your hair? And we talk a lot about hair and how that works. Because I think they need to understand like what is it about my hair that you want to know, and what is it about that my white kids want to know about people who are Black's hair. It's a lot of education.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well, thank you, Miss Amy, our favorite white girl, for asking all of our white girl questions. If you have any Ask the White Girl questions, you can go ahead and send them to our Mud Talk Facebook page, or you can also hit up our email, which is 419mudtalk@gmail.com, and we'll be sure to ask Miss Amy these questions.
Or call or text us 419-827-TALK.
There you go. All right. Well, before we get up out of here, we have to do our favorite. It's our favorite segment. It's our favorite day of the week. It is Fuck Your Feelings Friday. And Fuck Your Feelings Friday is where we just get off all the shit off our chest that has been built up all month long. And, it's been a long time since we've done an FYF, so I know we got some shit that's
So
built
let's let
up.
our guests go first.
Yes.
How about that? You have them?
How does go? How does go?
So if you have anything you want to say about, anything somebody feels some type of way about, tell them fuck their
We
feelings.
don't care about their feelings right now.
We
This
don't.
is all what you need to say.
Oh man! Oh, wow. Okay, well, for all you parents raising these badass kids, fuck your kids and fuck your feelings.
Oh, okay.
And get a leash.
Right.
Maybe that is something that the white community can just bring out there to everyone.
Yes.
Get on a leash.
I got a song on my album called "Fuck Your Kids."
Wow.
Well, fuck them kids.
So what's behind this this feeling today?
I'm just on. I'm on high.
You're like, I'm good with kids. I don't want.
All right, Miss Amy.
Come back to me. I'll think of one.
Oh, okay,
I got all
okay.
sorts of things to say. Actually.
I got one. All those people who judge other people,
Thank you.
who the fuck are you? And fuck your feelings. Let people do what they want to do. You only get one life, okay? Everybody believe YOLO, you only live once. No, you live every day. You die once. So as of today, I'm gonna do what the fuck I want to do. So fuck what you feel.
I think that's what I said earlier, didn't
Yes,
I?
mind your business.
I was like, people just need
Yes.
to worry about themselves.
Yes.
Because what you do is not anybody else's business.
Right.
Mine is pretty much on the same lines. Let people love who the fuck they want to love, okay?
Okay.
Fuck your feelings. If you straight, gay, bi, questioning, whatever you are, love who the fuck you want to love. If you like Becky with the good hair, please go like Becky with the good hair.
If you want to go back to your ex, go ahead.
That's fine. But guess what? Leave people the fuck alone, okay? Fuck people's feelings. Fuck y'all feelings. For those who don't let people love who they want to love, like you just said, we only got one life to live. And I'm not about to spend my whole life wondering about who likes who and who don't. Let me love who the fuck I want to love, okay?
I'm gonna do what makes me happy.
Okay? Because at the end of the day, when I die, you're not going to be at my funeral, so who gives a fuck? So, fuck y'all motherfucking feelings, all right? Thank you.
If you ain't paying my bills, fuck your feelings.
Okay? Thank you.
They say if it doesn't bring you peace, orgasms, or money, it can go.
Oh yeah.
I like that one.
I like
Switch it
I
up.
would say that's just little nuggets. Peace, orgasms, or money. That's all.
Hey, that's I need all three of those.
I mean,
So you got one, or was that all in the same?
I think mine was just worry about yourself.
Yeah, worry about
I on everything, not just who you want to love or not just who you're talking to. Just worry about yourself. There's too many people worried about
The
a whole
wrong
lot of
thing.
things they
Yes.
shouldn't be worried about.
Like, did we not learn shit from COVID? Like, be by yourself. God damn it.
I would love for COVID to come back around, like not having to deal with anybody.
Yeah, like you want the COVID outcome. We don't want the actual random.
No,
Yeah.
not the virus. I just meant like
the shutdown.
Let's just
The
lock in a bubble for a
shutdown.
while.
There we go.
Just
Yep.
give me the first 2 months of COVID when
Okay,
we were
so-
like shut down and having a great time. But then after that, yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm good on that because the kid thing that he was talking about. I'm good. I got too many kids in my house.
Watching the versus battles on the cell phones, all of that. But anything after like April or May, we can fuck that shit.
I just feel like they should do that once a week every year.
It's like a holiday.
Yeah,
Yes.
that'd be nice.
I
Where-
got one now. Speaking of COVID,
Vanice Williams, can you make that happen, please? Thank you, Councilman Woman.
Like, what is it? A COVID holiday?
A COVID
In
holiday.
remembrance of COVID.
Yes.
Please don't do that.
A whole week. We need a week.
We need a week.
Right, and make it so that all the government and school agencies are closed.
Yes, please.
8
Okay.
days. That
Right.
Monday follow the holiday. So
Yeah, to observe it.
Right.
yeah.
I did find. I just thought of one because you said COVID. If I am in the grocery store, I need you to back the fuck off of me.
Okay.
Like that was a COVID thing, and everybody was back, and I was like, this is nice. People are away from me. Now we're back up on each other. I'm unloading. I was unloading and paying. Some lady pushed me with her cart. And I was like, man, you saw the whole thing is on here. Back up. I don't want you in my space. I don't want you on my grocery belt.
Yes.
I don't want you. I was trying to pay. I don't want you over my shoulder while I'm paying.
Yeah,
I
don't do
want
that
you in my
shit.
space. Just
You know
if
what
you're
you
in the
should've
grocery store,
did?
back up.
You should have farted.
You know what? Honestly, next time I got you.
Oh my
I'll
god.
let you know how that goes.
Or you farted.
I just turned around. And I was like,
Embarrassed them. I swear to
didn't.
God.
I just turned around. I said, "Can you please back up because you're in my bubble." That's what I told her.
Back the fuck
Back the
up
fuck
off of
up.
people.
That's the mature way, but I don't give a fuck.
Yes.
I don't give a fuck.
Right. This because it's Friday.
Exactly.
Yes, we love Fuck Your Feelings Friday.
Yes.
All right, well, before we get up out of here, we do have I can't even think of the word. I'm too busy thinking about the Fuck Your Feelings Friday. So we do have an event that is coming up soon. It is called the Peace, Health, and Healing. So Peace Fest will be coming up. Is Saturday, September 24th from 4:30 to 7:30 p.m. at Greater St. Mary's. They're going to have free food and fun, and there is actually going to be a car giveaway there. And it's sponsored by Taylor Automotive Family. You get the spin the wheel contest for prizes, including chances at winning a free vehicle. It is sponsored by NHA, the Junction Coalition, and Saving Ourselves. If you need more information, you can email junctionfunction419@gmail.com or contact them at 419-408-0998. So make sure you get on out and tap in with the Peace Fest. So,
And if you're not good with dates, that's tomorrow
yes, tomorrow,
at 4:30 to 6 p.m. at
7:30. 7:30,
Where do you see that?
right here at Greater St. Mary's.
What's it? Where's that? Where's Greater
okay,
St. Mary's?
No.
Is there an address on there?
It does not have an address, but you can Google
We have
it.
Google. Yeah.
Yes, we're in 22.
What's the food? What does it say?
It just says free food and fun.
I mean, I like free food.
So we love anything free, and you get the chance at
not
winning a
weed.
car.
No, we
don't like free weed on the show.
No.
But yes, and you have a chance at winning a free vehicle. So there is that. All right. Well, we appreciate Mr. VicTery for stopping through. Make sure y'all tap in with him. Get that album. It's called A Rock in the Weary Land, and it's on all streaming platforms. He has a party y'all can pull up to tonight. But before we get up out of here, in 2 weeks, it's our very special edition of Mud Talk. It's our Sweetest Day month's episode. I don't know what we're going to call it, but something like that. But on the very first episode of that, we have Miss Aisha Walton is going to be in the building. She is an entrepreneur, and she is the business owner of Tastefully Freaky. She's trying to help you be freaky for Sweetest Day. So she's going to be bringing some intimacy equipment on the show. I had to think all day long of how I was, instead of saying sex toys.
It's a sex toy. What? You act like we didn't just have whole episodes talking about sex and things.
I wanted to make it sound, I don't know.
So I get to actually come back and do a little sex segment too, right? Because I got to go back to my roots on the Mug Talk, which was the sex segment.
Yes. So yeah, Miss Amy's gonna be doing a segment about intimacy just in time for just for Sweetest Day, and apparently our engineer and I are playing a game,
A sex toy game.
where we're going to guess the sex toy.
Okay.
You coming?
I did not sign up for this.
There is no consent.
No, there's always consent.
Where's the
Yes.
contract?
Well, I'm saying we didn't consent. So that's apparently what Miss Amy is trying to get us to do, y'all. So I don't know.
We should bring dates.
We haven't agreed to that.
Dates. To the sex talker?
Yeah, it'd be fun.
Is this
Wow.
is this mud
Didn't
talk?
we say we were gonna find you a date? Is that what we're gonna do there?
I mean, oh, y'all did say that.
So
but
if you want to
Fine,
date
you a
Miss
date.
Shay, you just let me know.
Is this mud talk or
up?
Kama Sutra? Like I'm so
Both.
confused.
Both sometimes.
I see. We need to call this mud talk after dark or something. I don't know.
we're gonna call it mud talk foreplay. Get you in the mood to go home and do what it do.
Okay, all right.
that.
So Aisha will be on the show. Like I said, she is the owner of Tastefully Freaky, so she's gonna be bringing some stuff from the show to let you know how to be tastefully freaky for Sweetest Day.
I want to be freaky. What if I want to be tasty? You got some of that too?
Then
Aisha, let me know.
she's gonna do that off camera and tell you all that.
That's the after dark.
That's the after dark. Okay, that's probably in the trunk of her car. She's ready to sell it for you. All right.
Listen.
All right. Well, that's all the time that we got here on the show today, y'all. We appreciate all our guests for stopping by. We will see y'all in 2 weeks. But I'm Big T.
And I'm Shay Renee.
And I'm Miss Amy.
Our favorite white girl. And remember, Mud Talk is the only podcast that brings you the latest in music, news, and fashion for the 419, and the only show that keeps our ears to the streets.
While you grind in the 419.
All right. We'll see y'all in a couple weeks, y'all. Hey, Mud Talk certified.